So as we looked at the candidates, we looked at several aspects. We looked at the apprenticeship journey that they take, why they chose the apprenticeships, how they have learned and grown over the period of their apprenticeship, what are their milestones and what their achievements were, and actually how they are taking that learning and how they are taking their achievements and paying back to their communities and inspiring others to follow the same path.
There's so many different aspects around each of these apprentices. Many of them have overcome some barriers to learning, and their commitment and dedication is clearly seen through their applications, and I think they've achieved some really remarkable results.
It's been quite an interesting and important year this year, given that we've come out of the last 2 years worth of COVID restrictions and what have you. But what we've seen this year in the submissions is that people have really put time and effort into the submissions.
It is so rewarding to be able to hear about all of the backstories of our fantastic nominees, and that's really where the magic of the awards comes into play, where you are learning to understand the journeys of all of our fantastic apprentices.
There are so many candidates that have got inspiring stories to tell, so it's actually been a real honour and a privilege to read through everybody's history and personal backgrounds and why they have become the advocates that they have for the Multicultural Apprenticeship Awards. So it hasn't felt like work at all. It's been an absolute joy to do.
Well, let me just say it's an honour to be invited to be a judge. Apprenticeships is something that the Royal Air Force care dearly about, and it's all about lifelong learning. However, this year, certainly, I mean, looking at the applications and nominees, massively competitive, and it's been really exciting to be a judge.
Today's judging process, for me, it's been amazing, very inspiring. So we spent some time looking over the candidates' profiles and their questions and their answers. And we gave them all scores, and we selected our top 3 for each category, and then of course then selected our top choices and our judges and commendations. It's been a really good collaborative experience.
Delighted to be asked to be a judge this year. It's been a really interesting process. There's been general consensus in terms of the winners. There's been some outstanding candidates and really inspirational stories, so really happy to have taken part.
A very difficult journey, but I was impressed by the calibre, the journey of these individuals. It was a very hard decision to make for the overall winner, but we got there.
Well, every year the categories, the nominations are harder and harder, and this year was possibly the toughest one yet.
I think it's an absolutely wonderful experience for me personally, because I obviously come from a third world country myself, and I was recognized by Her Majesty the Queen. So it is not that while you're working you feel that somebody's recognizing it, recognizing the skills, recognizing the work that you're doing, but it's the feeling afterwards that once you receive that award.
The judging process today was one of my favourite things to do, because we spend a lot of time reading through an awful lot of fabulous applications of people, young people who are older people as well actually, who are so talented.
There's lots of different elements to it. So some people have come from sort of a lower level, level 2 or level 3 apprenticeship, right through to degree apprenticeships, and they're all at different stages of their journey. So trying to pick out who has the best evidence, the best story, the best overall package has been really challenging to try and compare them all together, but just some phenomenal entries.
As a judge, I was touched by so many of the stories, and I think we've got a fantastic future ahead of us in bridging the skills gap that we have in the UK.
This year's judging process has shown how the awards have developed over the years. The quality of the submissions has been increasing, which means more hard work for the judges.
Where we are completely aligned though is making sure that we're celebrating apprentices. We are really commemorating the journey that they've been on, the hard work, the tremendous effort, the struggles both personally and professionally.
We're shining a light on the success of candidates who can then inspire others.
The common theme is just really inspiring stories and that determination and resilience that they're proving.
Well done to all the candidates who've been selected. It's been a hard journey, it's been hugely competitive and hugely interesting hearing about your journeys and your stories and your progression.
It's a privilege to be able to hand out some of that recognition and make people realise that apprenticeships can transform lives. So it's a really fantastic thing, and it's going to be a brilliant evening.
My advice to those who have not won today is to say, you guys are already winners. You know, out of hundreds and thousands of people who are nominated, you have been shortlisted. Your story does not end here. It is just beginning.
What I would say to all of the nominees is thank you, first and foremost. Your nomination, your experience, the work that you've done has been amazing to get this far. It was an exceptionally hard choice this year, so don't feel hard done by. You've been picked by somebody who's probably only a little bit better than you, perhaps the measure of an atom better than you. You've all been great.